Story. We're joined live now from New York by Michael Ratner, the president of the Center for Constitutional Rights, as well as a lawyer for WikiLeaks in the US. Thanks for joining us here in RT today.
Good to be with you.
Tell us more about Edward Snowden's position then. We know an investigation has been launched. Is the US government going to simply throw the book at him?
I think there's no doubt about it. What it's done with every whistleblower, every truth teller, is try to throw the book at him. The Bradley Manning trial, he is, of course, the young soldier who revealed all of the Iraq war logs, the collateral murder video. He's facing life in prison. Even after pleading guilty to 20 years, they want to go for life. That trial is going on right now. My client, Julian Assange, I think it's likely there's an indictment. He is sitting in the Ecuador embassy, having been granted political asylum, afraid very much of eventually getting a one-way ticket to some prison in the United States. Jeremy Hammond, a young whistleblower, who forced to admit into hacking into a private intelligence company, Stratfor. Otherwise, he was facing life in prison. So now with Snowden, I don't think there's any question that this country will want to hit him with a sledgehammer.
Now, let me just ask, this prison surveillance program, I mean, has caused fury, hasn't it, across the Atlantic, with EU leaders demanding answers from President Obama. Just how justified is their anger?
Well, I mean, look, this country now is doing and has revealed, Snowden has revealed what we have thought for a long time, that everything we do, from every phone call I make to every time I use Google to the internet, every single thing is surveilled by this country under its very programs. And every time I make a call to a foreign person, surveilled. It's interesting to see Europe getting slightly upset because, of course, their intelligence relationship is like hand in glove. It's not like the United States doesn't share and do and work with the UK, other countries in Europe on this intelligence. So it's a little bit of saying, well, let's let the US deal with it. We're going to try and step away a bit. But in fact, I don't think they can step away very much. They're deeply implicated, I think, in this whole program.
And despite an administration-led crackdown on whistleblowers, these leaks keep coming, don't they? So what's behind this?
Well, the first thing I want to say is this shows you how bad the situation is and how much courage these people have. After the U.S. has hit these people with sledgehammers, Manning, Assange, Hammond, you still get people like Edward Snowden coming out again. So it indicates that there's a tremendous amount of courage of young people to try and reveal the criminality and the surveillance and the state that we have here. So the U.S., what it's doing is not working, and I expect there's going to be more. That what's happening is they've hired thousands, tens of thousands of young people into this network of theirs, this surveillance network, and a lot of the people have conscience. It still takes courage once you have conscience, but we're seeing that happen now. This isn't going to be stopped. It's very important because we don't want to have a massive surveillance state where everything we do, everything I do is recorded. If I want to do a demonstration in the square next to me, I'll call my friends, I'll come out to the demonstration. The government right now will know everything I do and will make its efforts to monitor or stop it. We don't want that kind of country. Snowden, Manning, Assange, Hammond, those are heroes.
But Snowden has exposed information about programs the authorities claim are legal and help protect the nation. Don't they have a point?
Well, the legal part is no point at all. The legal part has to do with laws that this country passed post 9/11, in particular, courts that are essentially handpicked and decided to uphold those, and a president who is willing to apparently approve this massive surveillance scheme. You can have unjust laws. That's what we have when it comes to surveillance. On the broader issue, does it really prevent anything? Well, I think they're going to use that as an excuse. In fact, terrorism is not the biggest problem in the United States. Of course, the uncontrolled use of guns in the United States, many more people, 10 times, 100 times the number of people are killed by that than by terrorism. I think the terrorism is used as an excuse to be able to surveil and keep tabs on every single American to prevent really a change in government, or to prevent really progressive government, progressive organizing, and other people coming out onto the street. But this is not about our safety, not at all.
Okay, we have to leave it there. Michael Ratner, president of the Center for Constitutional Rights. Thanks very much indeed for joining us here on RT today.
And thank you for having me on RT.